Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising to you all. Today on the Brain Surgeon podcast, we will be doing a deep dive and taking a look into the statement that Charleston White made when he said F little Ronnie and his 5-year-old child that was shot and killed. And we will also be looking into the death of the prominent Atlanta rapper Young Scooter. And also we will be talking about the comment that Stephen A. Smith said about Ronnie James and about him not being ready for the NBA. And I'm just going to get my intake, my outlooks on how I feel about the three topics. So let's get into it. To kick things off, the Charleston White comment that he said when he said F the rapper and F the baby. I really think that he made that comment just to get a reaction out of the black community as a whole, because you got to think about this and look at this. If this was just a regular guy and it wasn't caught on camera, the world wouldn't be sitting up here in the uproar and the frenzy, because you got to think about it. As Charleston was stating, kids die every day in America, whether it's by their parents, gun violence, and it doesn't make national news. So I feel like he was saying just because it made national headlining news and just because it was a prominent rapper in the Fort Worth, Dallas area child that was brutally murdered, and it was done on camera and you were able to see the incident take place, it's the reason that people are in an uproar and in a frenzy and have something to say about it. But I wholeheartedly agree with Charleston on that topic. But I don't agree with him when he said verbatimly the way that he put it, the way that he came off about it when he said F the baby. I feel like he could have went about it a different way in expressing how he felt about the situation. With when he, as a man, he has his opinion, he has his freedom of speech to verbally say it however he wants to. But as a man, as a father, he should never have came off and said it like that. I feel like he should have said, well, why y'all not talking about Lil Day and his 2-year-old that just got shot a year ago at the same car wash? The way that y'all are talking about this rapper. Because what we have to realize is kids die every day because of something that their parent done, or being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or hanging with the wrong people. And as a nation, we don't come out and give those situations the same acknowledgement that we give in this situation. So that's why I say I do agree with the message that he was trying to project and the way that he was trying to put it out there. But I do not agree, as a father myself, I do not agree with the way that he worded it and the way that he went about it. Whereas to, I know a lot of that was just did for content. For content, I mean, a lot of it was just done to get exactly what he got, a reaction out of the black community and a reaction out of people as a whole about the situation. Because everybody know that Charleston is a troll. I don't feel like that he was really trying to disrespect the family, but I do feel like the way that he came off by saying it was disrespectful to the family and to the little girl as a whole. So, I mean, that's just my outtake on the situation about him saying it that way. But I can say, Mr. White, you shouldn't talk about kids like that. I mean, that's just my preference about the situation. To each his own. I mean, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I feel like that you should never have disrespected the dead, and let alone a baby in that magnitude, regardless of how you feel about the situation, and regardless of how you were trying to get the community to look at it. You should have never came off like that. The second topic, the shooting in Atlanta between the police and young Scooter. I don't believe the way that the media is putting it out is how it really went. For one, I don't understand why these rappers get all this money and still try to portray themselves as a street ninja, as first to say. But I don't even understand why he would be running from the police officer in the magnitude and the way that he know his name ring bells in the city. Because you got to go and think about, okay, you're a big time rapper, regardless of what you got going on, you're gonna be seen somewhere in the city. You're gonna be seen at the mall somewhere. You're gonna be seen somewhere at some point in time, as to where you'll end up running into another law enforcement officer or something of that magnitude. So for that, I don't understand why you would run instead of just pulling over. Even if you had a gun on you, you had warrants, you had drugs in the car, whatever it is. Being the person that you are and being in fame the way that you are, you should have never ran. I don't know the whole dynamics of the situation that happened, but I can say I don't feel like it was a shootout. I don't feel like he had no reason to run, because at the end of the day, what's done in the dark is gonna come to the light. And yeah, man, he should have just never ran. I feel like he should have just stopped and abide by the law, regardless of what you got going on. If you don't put yourself in those type of situations, you won't have to worry about running from the law. And again, like I said, man, y'all rappers making all this money, got all this fame, and y'all still want to be out here with the common folk like y'all gotta sell drugs and gang bang. Man, if I was making that type of money, you probably wouldn't even see me on the scene. You probably see me in a restaurant, movie theater, something like that. But yeah, I won't be in no media trying to portray myself as something that I'm not no more. I mean, at one time you probably could have been that, but man, you worth some M's, man. You supposed to be sitting down somewhere, man. So My condolences go out to his family, and I just hope that we get more information about the situation. But again, like I said, I don't feel like it should have went that far, and I don't feel like he should have ran. I feel like he should have just sat there and dealt with the consequences as a man, and he could have still been with us today, man. I don't feel like it had to go there. I feel like it was all blown out of context, and yeah, it should never led to him being killed. He should never had to run and jump no gates, regardless of what he had going on. He had drugs, he had guns, he had warrants. I don't feel like he should have ran. I feel like he should have just sat there and just took what was going on with it. Just been a man and just manned up and just took the consequences. But yeah, he's gonna be missed by a lot of people. And again, my condolences go out to his family. Thirdly, I want to talk about the statement that Stephen A. Smith said about Ronnie James. Uh, I feel like Stephen A. Smith is just he just a sports troll, man. He looks down on any great player and never really gives a player their props that's deserved. I feel like a lot of comments that he says and the way that he comes off with saying a lot of stuff is ironic and not necessary. And mostly, he should watch his fucking mouth. That's the best way I can say it. Because if he wasn't good enough to be in the NBA, the man would have never made it. The young man would have never made it to the NBA. Period. If he wasn't putting in the work that he was supposed to put in, he wouldn't be in the NBA. He would have never gotten drafted. Granted, his father is one of the GOATs, but at the end of the day, his father's name can only take him so far. So for him to sit up and say that Ronnie isn't or shouldn't be in the NBA is totally bull. Because like I said, the young man puts in the work that he has to put in. He went to college. He played in the high school all-star game. The man dedicates his time to his craft. So how can you sit up and say that he doesn't deserve or he shouldn't be in the NBA? That's bull. So again, like I said, Stephen A. Smith should watch his mouth. He should watch what he says to people, because if it was my son and I was LeBron, I would hit him in his fucking mouth. Period. I wouldn't care about the consequences that comes with it, because as a father, you're not going to disrespect my child. I don't care what you feel. You're not going to come out and say my son sucks, because if he sucks, he wouldn't even got the opportunity to even be in the building with the players that made it to the draft and they got drafted. So, like I said, once again, Stephen A. Smith, watch your mouth, man. Watch what you say to people, because you bumping elbows with the wrong people, and you're not even looking out for your own kind. And I know that you don't know what it's like for somebody to talk about somebody's child, because I don't even think you got any kids. And if you do, you're not a good father. So That's just in my eyes. That's my opinion. Just like you got your opinion about Ronnie James, my opinion is you suck as an analyst. You're not a good person, period, or you don't portray to be a good person. So why should your opinion matter anyway? But like I said, I just feel like he should watch his mouth on the Bronny James topic, on the young scooter topic. I feel like he should have just took his consequences as a man. And for the Charleston White topic, I feel like he could have just worded it a little differently, and he could have just came off a little differently with the things that he said and the aspect that he said it in. As to the child, I mean, the father, he got every right to say what he feels about the father as a man, because the father should have never had the child in that predicament, and he know he had money on his head, or he knew he had whatever going on with him. As a father, little Ronnie shouldn't did that. But Charleston, yeah, you were wrong for saying F the child in that magnitude, but I do understand what you were trying to do, but you shouldn't say it like that. And that's gonna wrap it up today with today's video with the Brand Surgeon podcast and my deep dive on everything sports, hip hop, black culture, and yeah, man, y'all stay tuned for more content, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video, man. Thank you.